watching The Pat O'Hara Show with host Sean McDowell on Preds TV.
Right off the bat, Coach, Oklahoma City tries that onside kick. They recover it. Tommy Grady goes right back up 7-0 Oklahoma City. It's got to be a tough shot to your momentum to start out the game that way. Oklahoma City tries a trick play right there, and they're able to recover and score.
Yeah, the onside kick was well executed by them. They got us on that. Very well executed. It's also a little bit of a sign of a little bit of desperation there, too, to come out and do that. So we just maintained our poise and kept playing football.
And then Oklahoma City coming at the end of the first quarter, Orlando pressing them to fourth down, and Marlon Moyamori grabs his second interception of the season, bringing it all the way back for a score. The Preds up by 2 scores at the end of the first, 21-7. Marlon Moyamori, been so rock steady for you guys all year. He gets his second interception, basically leads the team in tackles every game. He's just had a great effort and brought his intensity every game this year for you guys.
Marlon, at this time of year, Marlon, Kenny, Damon, our veteran guys know how important it is to be playing our best football at this time of year. And it didn't surprise me to have guys like Marlon and Kenny really step up and make plays. It's
21-7 going into the second quarter, and this play, maybe the biggest momentum grab of them all. A missed field goal on the first drive in the second, and the absolute bomb by Nick Hill going the length of the field, 46 yards to Robert Kroga. Talk about this play, Coach. I mean, just Robert beating 3 defenders, grabbing him into the end zone. It was a real effort play.
It was a pretty simple play that we run a lot, and I don't know if they blew the coverage or what they were doing, but to see Robert get physical and Nick seeing that blown coverage was big for him too. For Robert to finish the play and then Bobby following it up there and getting a last-minute block for him, huge momentum builder.
Now, at the end of the second quarter, basically a horrific half for the Oklahoma City quarterback Tommy Grady, and Kenny McIntyre is going to cap it off, flying in for the interception. So at the half, 35-7 Predators. How surprised were you that Tommy Grady struggled like he did in that first half? I mean, here's a guy who's had one of the best seasons of any quarterback in the league, and you guys really just shut him down.
A little surprised at what they got from their quarterback position, but we're certainly happy with it. I think some of that is our pass rush, and I thought coverage-wise we were in the right place, and Coach Johnson called a very good game for our defense.
So it's 42-14 at this point now in the third quarter, and they moved to Xavier Lee this quarter. It's proving to be a pretty good move for them, a 35-yard touchdown to Craig Fulton Jr., and the Preds still lead by 21 at the end of 3. Xavier Lee came in, and he had a much better effort than their starter did.
He gave him a spark. Xavier Lee's a local guy from Daytona area. He gave them a spark, but we were able to kind of get him corralled up too as the game went on.
49-21, things are pretty much in hand here, and this could be one of the most unimpressive plays shown in the history of highlights, but Drunky the Bear coming in, lining up behind Nick Hill. He'll lose 6 yards on the play to some raucous applause. Talk about Drunky. He's been around the team all year, and you lined him up there in a game that you thought you had pretty well handled.
Well, it was a situation that had to take place, and the right moment had to occur, and just kind of felt like that was the time to do it. It might have been a little early to get that done, but the way the game was going and our momentum and what we're able to do defensively against them, I felt like that was the time to make that move. And yeah, it was a negative play, but the chore got done, and we moved on from it.
Same drive, and the Preds are going to kick a field goal there. Original call has the field goal going through for 3 points, but the officials are going to overturn the kick. Confusion kind of ensues there. You're still up 4 scores, but what happened there with the kick and the decision?
Still don't know. The back line judge who normally makes that call, who was right under net, said it was good. He was ruled off by the head referee. So don't really know. From our angle, it looked like it was good, but we don't make those calls.
Things are pretty much good to go anyways for the Predators, and even quarterback Glenn Gant got in some backup mop-up duty. The Preds win 49-21. Talk about your starting quarterback, though. Nick Hill, this is only his 3rd game of the year with no interceptions, 6 touchdowns, and very efficient on the night.
Very efficient. Carson, he made good decisions. He made good decisions Saturday night. That was key. That's key in his development, but it can't be a one-game thing, especially now. We've got to maintain that consistency. In our Tampa game this week, and into the playoffs. With that kind of consistency, we'll have a chance to do some good things.
Final game in Amway Arena. I know you've played there, you've coached there now, so some special memories, I'm sure. Just kind of wrap up for fans, your final thoughts leaving the building.
Bittersweet. You know, the building is played a lot of games there. Won some championships in there. We're going to miss it. We used to call it the O Arena, and the great thing is that we have an incredible, new venue we're moving into next year that is just going to be remarkable, and people are going to be excited about it, and we're excited about it. So, the jungle will just move, a couple 100 yards down the road, so it'll all be good.
Robert Quiroga leads the team in receiving the past 3 weeks. An amazing effort from Robert on Saturday night. 4 touchdown receptions. I mean, a guy that just has hung with you all year and putting up some big numbers at the end of the year.
Roberts, came out at the beginning of the season, was a starter for us for a couple weeks, then was not for a number of weeks, and he has turned himself into not only one of our top receivers, one of the top receivers in the league. He's also became one of our team captains. So that's a tribute to him and his effort and the way he approaches his game week in and week out.
All right, you got Tampa Bay this week. Obviously, always a big rivalry game, so a lot weighing on it just from that standpoint. But really, playoff-wise, there's not a lot at stake. Things are pretty much settled, at least on our side of the ball. Any consideration to sitting guys, to playing conservatively? I mean, what's the mindset heading into that game?
We're playing all of our guys. We're not sitting anybody. We're not in a position where we can afford to sit guys down and not play them. We're not there. We need to approach this game the same way we did against Oklahoma City. We need to continue to build on this momentum. We need to play to win. Our quarterback needs to play. He needs the reps. It's going to be, playoffs is a different animal, and we've got to keep that energy and momentum going, and we can't afford to sit anybody down. So, and it's Tampa, it's a Tampa game. So we're going to be prepared this week just like it's playoffs.
What do you expect to see from Tampa? Their quarterback, Brett Dietz, might be, the MVP of the Arena League.
Brett Dietz is an amazing quarterback, great quarterback. Worked with him for a couple of years down there in Tampa. The guys, Chris Grice and Brett Dietz, those are guys that, they make things happen. And in the playoffs, that's going to be huge for those particular teams. So, I expect Brett to play well in our game. I don't know how much he'll play, but we're going to prepare for him. And, we may have to turn around and play them in the playoffs the week after. So I don't know. But our focus is just on Tampa and building on our consistency in every aspect of our game.
This has been the Pat O'Hara Show with host Sean McDowell. Don't forget to visit www.orlandopredators.com for all your season ticket info. If you would like to advertise on Preds TV, use the email address on your screen now.